All is quiet in the city of snowflakes, fakery covered by slumber, as the Humber flows, rocking its bones, passing the homes of the chip-fed landlord and mistress alone. Do you love me? She strokes through the whiskers of her once-a-week mister and whispers. His eyes are enraptured, post-coitally captured, arm on the arc of the bow of her back, which had slinked like a cat and at long last relaxed in his arms, at one with her charms and the danger of chance, and the duskiest glance, and the taste of her lips, and the shift of her hips, as she lovingly drips herself selfishly cradled like wealth, as she sinks incontentedly down in the well of his care, never to share, for the world isn't fair, and a vow is a lie when a life gives it time and a mind to be. Why is it a crime to be rescued like jewels from the sky? Pour me a whiskey, he says to her briskly, her tights in a twist as she hoists them. The end of the night, then did something affright him? Happy one moment, then suddenly flickers a faraway fear in his eyes, eager to rise, shifting his mood from relaxed into rude, and a hoarding of space in a cracked chisel face as he grumbles, apology mumbled. He stands and he stumbles, tying the Johnny like knotting a promise he's nothing but eager to break. He leaves and she waits, with the moon and the chill in the room. Can't you stand me? She shouts to the landing, a plea for the key to a shred of the least understanding. Twice in a fortnight he'd left her forlorn like this. Where was the romance they'd shared but a moment ago? The man was a child, but it wasn't enough that she'd left him inside. For years he had lived in her mind. The decades of signs and the tokens of care that he'd left her the moment a man went aware. And the guilt in her heart and the warring with dreams of a publican prince laying down by a stream. And the strongest of hands and the deepest of eyes, and for one lonely winter her deepest surprise, as she caught her alone, as she lit up a fag, with her misapplied face and her faux leather bag. And he told her he cared, and he said she should stay. On the every odd Friday his wife was away, and the weight of her want and the terror to plunge, and avoiding him constantly month upon month, but then calling him suddenly, buoyed by the booze and the promise of loving her something to lose, as she tied up her coat and her sexiest shoes. Why, you Mardy, he said to her calmly, him back in the room as he takes her like gold by the waist. Then he kisses her sweetly, toffee-like, bending her back on the sheet. She, with brows of surprise, presses nails to his nape as she asks, why you leave me then, shitting fuck's sake? And he says, mind your language, I'm kissing that gob. I just shitting remembered I'd left on the ob. All is quiet in the city of snowflakes, snowflakes, fakery covered by slumber, as the Humber flows.